both talk at certain now. Okay, ready, set, and 3, 2, go ahead.
Hey, hey, welcome to the US of A. We got a Grand Prix today. Man, it's going to be good. At turn one, holy shit. What is going to happen there, Alex?
It could be. It could be anything. I mean, we're gonna have a long drive up to. This is a track unlike any other Formula One racetrack on the grid. It's gonna be a steep incline, and historically, and we talked about this earlier, whoever gets that done in the first turn has a very high success rate of winning this Grand Prix, and all the winners have come from the front grid for every single race.
Yeah, but that's going to change because you got Max Verstappen in RB19 starting sixth, and I don't care what you say. Ferrari upgrades, McLaren upgrades, uh, Mercedes upgrades. Yep, the man's still going to be on point. He's just at the top of his game, and they got an Adrian Newey car that's at the top of its game. So, what's new? I'm not telling anybody anything new.
Absolutely not. But yeah, Max has a long way to go. Well, not really exactly. 6 plays, and that does seem like something that most likely will occur.
Yeah, this is going to be good. The Ferraris, I think, are going to just be kind of fourth, fifth, sixth. They're just going to be in there. Now, I don't know if they're going to be able to challenge, even though Leclerc's on pole. Uh, I still think Hamilton looked pretty quick yesterday in the sprint race. The McLarens looked pretty good in the sprint race, and Perez was trying to challenge, but there wasn't enough time for what he was trying to do. Where did he finish yesterday? Do you remember?
I believe in the top 5, he was hunting down. He got Lando Norris eventually, and then he was moving on to Carlos Sainz, whom he may have gotten as well for a 4th position. So your gut feeling, who do you think wins this Grand Prix?
I got Max winning the Grand Prix, and Hamilton second, and Leclerc third. So it'd be pretty similar to the top three yesterday. Um, Perez finished fifth yesterday. Interesting. The Alpines are qualified well. I don't know if you're going to see much from them. They're starting seventh and eighth. You got Perez behind them and Piastri behind them. So you got two guys that really want to move up on there. And Mercedes both looked good yesterday until Russell got his 5 second penalty. Who was he shoving off at that point? Stroll or somebody? Who the hell was? Or Gasly?
It
I
was
think it was Gasly.
Gasly, 5-second penalty.
Yeah, yeah. So Leclerc's got a cool helmet. I don't know what that's for with all the green and whatever, but the Francois Sever helmet that Gasly has a good little tribute. So for 50 years from when we lost him at Watkins Glen at the U.S. Grand Prix and Jackie Stewart's 99th. Well, it would have been his 100th Grand Prix. And they decided to,
And Prince Harry there in the background like a fool.
yeah, Carroll withdrew from that race. So, yeah, Jackie Stewart won 27 of 99 races and held that record of most number of wins for number of years. I forget how many, but Alex, you were pointing out who's at the race there?
We had Prince Harry and Anthony Joshua. One as masculine as humanly possible, and the other one the biggest beta male on earth.
Oh God.
But yep, all right. We have this starting grid. Just remember,
Yeah.
both Haas's, both Aston Martins are starting from the pit lane. So 16 cars will be on the front straight here. And again, we got a McLaren lining up next to a Ferrari. Both of these guys in desperate need of a victory. We'll see. Will it happen? 4 red, 5 red, and go.
There we go. And it's kind of a shame that those Aston Martins are starting off the back because Fernando's been doing so well. Here we go. We get the Ferrari gets pushed.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Sainz.
Sainz.
Leclerc. No, it was Leclerc. Got pushed again, just like Verstappen
And
did him yesterday. And here goes Verstappen. jumping up to Lewis because he lost a couple places himself, and it's Norris in the lead.
Yep, he pushed Leclerc out. Verstappen was pushed off the track by Hamilton, and Carlos Sainz came in big into third place.
And Piastri's up to Verstappen's rear wing, which is amazing. He went from what 10th up to 6th or 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Max is in 5th. It's Norris followed by the two Ferraris, then Lewis. So Lewis lost 2 spots, and he's going to get challenged here pretty soon.
Ooh, but Leclerc on the side of Sainz.
Oh, they're touching wheels. They were touching wheels, the Ferraris. It's crazy so early on, but Lewis is right on them. They're going to jump on top of both of them. And here comes Max right behind Lewis. Who's that? Gasly behind Piastri. And then Russell's right behind Gasly. And then you got Perez behind him. No, that's Ocon in the Alpine up in 7th. I thought it was Gasly, but it's the red helmet. I should have known that. That's Ocon. So, because Gasly's running around in 10th.
And Russell and Perez having a battle in between a sandwich of 2 Alpines.
Whoa, 1.7 seconds to lead already.
And Hamilton all over Leclerc, it seems. Verstappen closed Hamilton. Now, someone was commenting on this that Verstappen used the way that they warm up tires. The way the Red Bull, the way it's designed, is that warming up of tires takes a lot longer, but then they last a lot longer than everybody else on the grid. So you might not see Max passing right now, but in a handful of laps, you will see him attack more.
And noting that everybody started on mediums except Hulkenberg and Stroll, who started on the hards. So they're the only ones, and I don't think either one of you we have to worry about either one of those making it into the points, to be perfectly honest. Hulkenberg or Stroll, that is. But everybody else started on mediums, so this should be interesting. What are we looking at? 2 stops? What do you think?
We're looking at 2 stops. That's classically always how it's been here.
Here goes George Russell on Ocon. No, tried.
And Perez sucking up on him at the end of that.
Yeah.
Ooh, but yeah, Russell's
close. Giving him some headaches there, yeah. Oh yeah, we're getting DRS here soon at the end, end of lap 2.
And Norris starting a commanding lead with a 2-second gap by the second lap to Leclerc already.
Yeah, but can he hold that? Has he been in that position before to hold that? I don't.
We'll have to see. Obviously, the track changes will benefit Red Bull over time, and I still do believe Max will come up. But, Norris got to be looking at this as one of his few shots at trying to win, possibly.
Yeah, because he really, with Piastri winning that sprint race before and kind of like coming in as a rookie and doing that, and he really needs to some positive reinforcement for himself to make sure he knows he's still the team leader.
Absolutely, that's important in any team. And also, incident involving Russell leaving the track and gaining advantage under investigation. Hopefully, we won't have a repeat of yesterday with some ridiculous 5-second penalty.
I know. They're always getting on Russell. He's like everybody else.
But Russell on the inside, and Russell got him.
Got him.
And
Perez.
Got
Ocon.
And Perez will be pouncing on that as well.
So hopefully we don't see the 5-second penalty. Now he's blasting past everybody.
Ooh, but Perez
is making a move on both of them.
He was at first, but he did it to the Alpine, and now he'll be right behind Russell.
He got the Alpine, and he almost sucked up on Russell and everything. So he's making some moves early on, which is what he needs to do, because inevitably he always waits too late to get moving up the crowd there and stuff. But it looks like the Alpines are battling each other now. You got Gasly moving up on Ocon, so I don't know what's happening there. Gasly's in 10th, Ocon's in 9th. Gasly's going to get past him real quick. And then you got a Tsunoda right on Gasly's rear wing. So you get these little pockets. Oh, look at up on Hamilton up on signs.
Signs. Yeah, and just a radio message from Gasly telling Esteban not to let him lose time. Let me ask you a question here. Are these Ferraris just resigned to whatever position they're in and trying to defend because they just get in these second, third, and they just wait until the other cars catch up and eventually overtake them?
Yeah, they'll be lucky to hang on to second, third. They're more like fourth, fifth, sixth cars, like I said before. Um, and he put in a good qualifier yesterday, but they just don't seem to have the raceability factor in terms of maintaining those early positions and everything, or inevitable bad pit stop by Ferrari. Here goes Hamilton on signs.
Yeah.
Got him.
Easy though.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like Bodas was the designer of Ferrari, great in qualifying but can't do anything in a race.
yep, got him. Now they're all on medium. Norris has set the fastest lap. The interval's 2.3 from him to Leclerc. Hamilton's 1.7 essentially behind Leclerc, and let's see, they're showing the restart here, and let's see how that moved over. Did Norris just move over? He did. He moved over. Hamilton pushed Sainz. Leclerc got pushed over by Norris. Not that bad because he stayed on the inside. And of course, an inevitable couple cars, including Verstappen, that go on the outside of that turn one because that just seems to always happen at the start of this race. And nobody can be thought of for trying to get an advantage there unless it's really grossly obvious. So Hamilton pushes Leclerc down. Norris stays up front. Got a better start off the line. Leclerc's following, and then Sainz. So, yeah,
And
here's
there's
from
Ma-
Verstappen's.
and Max will be pushed wide here at the top by Hamilton, trying to go
Yeah,
the long way around.
well, that doesn't surprise me.
Yep.
Look at that. Yep, pushes him.
Yeah,
Doesn't give him any room.
Hamilton putting half of his car off track too, pushing Verstappen off.
But that's a
And there's
Shamash.
Verstappen right there inside of Carlos Sainz.
Yep, there we go.
Made it look easy.
It's one of those races where we talked about before when Max started from the back. It's just a slow charge. He's not in any hurry. He's gonna just pick them off one by one,
Yeah,
and that's what's gonna happen. Plain and simple.
very mature, outlook on the entirety of a race. We're only on lap 5 of 56.
Ocon, what happened to him? Did he pit? He's in last place. Everybody started eating him up. Tsunoda's in 10th place now because Gasly and him were battling for 10th, and now he's back in 20th. They didn't show what happened to him. You didn't see him pit, did you? They didn't show
Are
anything.
they saying there's damage on the car?
Whose car?
Let me see. No, they haven't referenced it during the stream yet or anything. I'm not sure. Either they pitted, but he started on mediums.
Started on mediums. Yep.
Unless they changed him to another set of mediums, it wouldn't make any sense. Something must have happened.
And he'd be further behind Stroll because he's only 3.3 seconds behind Stroll.
Maybe he lost it, regained it off a track, and just ended up in last.
Probably. That's what it sounds like.
And look at Hamilton charging up to Leclerc. I told you that Mercedes was so fast at this track.
Yeah. I still think he's gonna be on the podium. He's gonna be on the second step there. This could be an opportunity though there he goes.
Yep.
Hamilton got Leclerc running in second now. So yeah, this is you're talking about opportunities for new winners. There's possibilities for Norris. There's possibility for Hamilton. But with Max with that car, like it says, it's slow charge. It's lap 6 of 56. And 50 laps to go. That's a long race.
It'll be interesting to see. So right now we got a 3.3 lead from Hamilton and Norris. We'll have to check on that to see if he's gaining any. Verstappen coming up on Leclerc now. With Hamilton, with Mercedes' strategy and his ability to make tires last longer than almost anybody on the grid, will that be his biggest competitor in this race? Because I think it will. I think they'll both be able to get Norris eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're on lap 7, coming up the front straight. Who's making any moves? No,
No,
follow the lead.
there was a little thing on the TV. Ocon's asking to retire the car. There's something must be wrong with
There's
Alpine.
that's what I said. It's like, how do you drop like a rock from 8th to 20th? Ooh, he got a body slam from Piastri.
Mm-hmm.
He got a hip check from Piastri with that car,
And clearly
and
Piastri's not hurt because he's running sixth.
they're retiring the car because he's in the pit now, and they're putting the rollers underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first one out is Ocon. Yeah, that didn't. There had to be an explanation for that fall, and that's what it was. But like you said, Piastri, that McLaren must be pretty stout to be able to do that, and then continue with that. Doesn't seem like any problem for him.
Interesting to see. Verstappen got past Sainz, but Sainz has been staying with him the whole time. Are they both going to charge together to take over Leclerc?
All right. Well, Max running fourth, only 1.1 seconds behind Leclerc. So, like I told you, the Ferraris are getting in that fourth, fifth, sixth column.
And Russell in seventh. Will he be able to move up throughout the grid? The Mercedes super fast here again. Oh, look at the big damage on the side of the
Oh
Alpine.
man, big chunk out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Got a Darlington stripe on there too.
Must be affecting the aerodynamics, the airflow, and everything around the car.
Could have messed up the floor under the side pod and everything too. Yeah, absolutely. What's Fernando doing
Oh,
here?
quite the pass there, huh? Just diving in there.
Yeah, well, he's passing Logan Sargent.
Sargent.
That was okay.
Well, Sargent's ahead of Stroll right now.
But you see that rotation when Sargent turned in and tucked his front wing right underneath Alonso? That was very good racing on his part. I mean,
And yeah, we have Verstappen coming up in the DRS on Leclerc. Should be able to get him by the end of this lap on the straight.
here Perez only 8th place still. I mean, he struggles to get up there. And I mean, yesterday if he had more time, he could have done well. But there was only 19 laps. He's got 56 here today, so almost 3 times as much. So
We got Sonoda up in the 10th in AlphaTauri and Ricciardo back after the Dutch Grand Prix injury in 12th position. Will it be enough to be not outperforming Sonoda in AlphaTauri?
yeah, I don't see how they're talking about putting him in the Red Bull if he can't outperform Sonoda in the Alpha Tauri. Doesn't make any sense to me. And there's just a coveted seat. And hey, at the end of the day, Perez, Max could have won the constructors title himself too with the amount of points that he's put together. But at the end of the day, Perez does what they ask him to do. He's not finishing second lately, but he put the points up on the board. But he's 30 points behind Lewis at this time. So
Yeah, there's no viable replacement for him. That's not somebody like a Norris after he finishes out his contract with McLaren. They're not going to be throwing Ricciardo in there or anybody else. This is all a bunch of conspiracy theories.
yeah, and even at that, I'd rather have Liam Lawson in the
Yeah,
Alpha Tauri next year after what we've seen he can do. I mean, impressive, rookie runs and stuff.
absolutely.
And you can't put the kid on the sidelines too long. He was out of F2 last year too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's been racing in Japan.
Oh, he's got that Super Formula race this same weekend, I believe, that determines the championship because they're back-to-back races. I didn't even follow up on that. That's another reason why Ricciardo was back in the car, because Lawson was second in the championship, had a good opportunity to win that Super Formula championship. So Here's I'm looking at Verstappen 8/10 of a second behind Leclerc.
Yeah, what hasn't been able to clear him. Hamilton's staying more or less in the same amount of time to
Here's
Norris.
here's this front straightaway though. Those Ferraris are pretty quick on the front straight, though, aren't they?
Yes.
He's doing all right coming up on the turn one though. Little wider than he likes running a little wider there for stopping.
Yeah. We'll see. 10th lap. I wonder what the pit window will be here. Mediums. Everyone's pretty much on. It's probably going to be a two-stop race.
Probably talking within 8 to 10 laps, people
Yeah.
sitting. But we don't know. And nobody started on the soft, so we don't have any reference there. Joe Wang Yu just pitted and got hards.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got Stroll, Hulkenberg, and Joe Wang Yu running on hards. But Stroll and Hulkenberg started on them. No, in Haas, they might try to run Hulkenberg just on the hards or something, or hards till
It might go
the
what?
pit.
It might go what? What? Some wrongs with Oscar Piastri's car.
Well,
Is
yep,
it from the contact with Ocon?
probably.
All
They're
right.
going to retire his car too. Now, Jesus.
When your teammate's leading the race.
Yeah. Well, you got to learn not to be crashing into people left and right. So, I mean, he's had a good year. There's no question that he should be in the car, but doing hip checks ain't going to help. Who was that? His car that they
I think that was
Load.
Botas. They just went by. Or
another
something.
car slowed. On
Yeah.
the track. Yes.
There is another car slowed on the track.
Those were pitting, those two. But we did see one.
All right, we're getting people coming in on the 11th lap. It's the
What's
back
that,
markers.
Sargent? Is that Albon? That's Albon, Botas, and Magnussen pitting. So 3 cars we probably don't have to worry about in the points, although Albon's been pretty quick at different tracks. 3.1 for Albon, 3.1 for Bottas, 3.5 pit stop for Magnussen. And all back out on what? Hards? Looks like it, yep. Albon hard, Bottas hard, Magnussen hard. They're pushing the McLaren back into the.
And Verstappen
Yeah.
here on Leclerc on the inside. Ooh,
Oh,
close.
whoa. Now
Comes
they're
back.
gonna.
No, he come back ahead. Will that? No. Well,
Were they gonna give him a penalty for running Leclerc off track?
we'll have to see. He might.
Oh boy. I gotta see the replay on that one.
And now a 7-second gap from third to first. Hamilton still around the 3-second mark to Norris.
Yeah. Lap 12. Starting 13. Russell's running in 6th behind Sainz and Leclerc. Let's see, they're doing a replay and going into turn 1. They touch. Side to side.
They might.
Yeah,
I don't see any investigation yet, but they might.
Yeah, Okay, pit window. Current medium tire, lap 14 to 19. So I was right on track at 18 and 20. So we have cars. Let's see. Alonso's up to 11th on mediums.
Yeah, they were talking about that. If you make the mediums last longer, put on a hard.
Like, I mean, I don't know how many times he's already went off track. He already had a seconds. They're going back. They're deleting track times for him. Who is he talking about?
For
Whoever.
Russell. That's Perez to Russell.
They've all become little reporters and everything about who's going off instead of just worrying about racing.
I mean, it doesn't matter. He's 1.7 seconds behind him at this point.
They don't need to be telling stewards about cars going off. Just concentrate on what you're doing. Your team sees what they're doing. Let the team handle it.
And Hamilton slowly picking away at Norris's lead. Again, one of the great tire managers here.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. Verstappen a while back from both of them.
So we see cars moving up into the top 10 because of what I call the pit stop shuffle and kerfuffle. That can happen. Oh,
there we go.
Logan Sargent making a move on Magnussen.
Oh, but what?
But Magnussen rode the outside of turn one and kept it. He got his boot, kept his boot in it. That was interesting.
That's not going to bode well for Sargent. The one time we were seeing something positive from him.
Is he just like a De Vries where you didn't give him enough time, though? Is he like a Mick Schumacher? You didn't get, one season in a Williams that's one that he didn't get the upgrades in and everything is, I mean, I think he should have stayed another year in F2, but they wanted to move him up. I don't know if it was financial considerations with the U.S. sponsors or anything, or they just saw something in him.
He's going. He got around me.
Sargent got around me. Well, good little battle then. They got somebody to race.
Something going on back there other than follow the leader.
We're battling for 17th place. But what the hell? They're still racing. That's what they're paid to do. So, let's see. Hamilton 2 seconds adrift of Norris. Verstappen 4 seconds behind Hamilton. Hamilton set fastest lap now.
Yeah, and he's cut down time. It's now coming almost to 2 seconds. But again, this will be the window.
So, yeah, you do got to consider the window because it's at lap 14, and they were positioning at 14. I was thinking people would wait a little bit longer. What do you think? That's what they were just talking about.
They said 14 to 19. Now Hamilton's within 2 seconds. Hamilton will stay out there longer on those mediums, trying to get as much out of them before he pits.
I think so too.
Norris will pit. He'll try and put in a mega set of laps and then go in and try and get him undercut. Yeah, because he took even another down to 1.8 seconds.
Yeah, Lewis been doing a good job. And like you said, Master Blaster taking tires to their limit and everything. So you might not see him stop to like 22 or something or whatever,
This race will come down probably between Hamilton and Verstappen probably. I mean, Norris is fast here. We'll have to see what happens when he pits, but it seems to be it'll be between those two. And God, if Hamilton were to win one race this season in the United States with all the popularity coming, he'd love to win here with all the celebrities and people he knows.
Yeah, Lewis won here a few times, hasn't he?
Many times. But he's also had many close times where he didn't win this race. Like the last 2 years in a row, he was able to get Max, who's won this Grand Prix 2 years in a row now.
So, 2.1 back to. Look, Ferraris are running 4th, 5th. Russell's behind them. Perez behind him. Gasly 8th. Tsunoda 9th. Ricardo 10th. That'll change with the pit stops and everything. Just a little bit because I think Fernando's getting quick on those mediums.
Yeah, Alonso up to 11th.
They're showing Prince Harry on the television feed.
Norris still controlling this Grand Prix at the end of the day.
He didn't.
Verstappen, four
He didn't bring
points.
his American wife to the Formula One race. What's the story, huh? Come on.
Yeah, I think that might be a Will and Jada situation.
Good.
Yeah, Hamilton. It's weird. Hamilton will get closer, and then Norris will put some extra time on top of it too. So it's kind of cat and mouse here with these two.
Yeah, it's like who's gonna. Okay, Verstappen and Leclerc reviewed. Okay,
No
good.
further
Thank
investigation.
God, because I thought that would have been ridiculous. But the way they're doing this stuff, I don't know what's going on at turns 8, 9, but I'm struggling a lot with the balance. Okay, we're on it. That was Norris.
Okay.
Just trying to fill people in on what the radio feed is coming in.
All right, so we're up 16. Lewis can hold these tires for a long time. They're saying 14 to 19. And Verstappen still more or less staying the exact amount of time away.
Yeah, it hasn't changed much for either one. I mean, Hamilton maybe get a 10th there and a 10th there, and then he's back to where he was before. Let's see. So Lewis has won this, what, 4 or 5 times? 5 times? But it's been a while.
Looks like they're going to have either Verstappen or Perez in. Verstappen is in the pits. Verstappen in the
All
pit.
right, let's see. A good Red Bull stop as usual. Boom. And he's out.
Good time, 2.5.
Hard.
Mediums.
Got mediums on. He put another set of mediums on. Okay. Were they scrubbed or no?
I think they're scrubbed because the only one with an extra pair of fresh medium tires is Sainz.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to. Lewis going to try to do the undercut. I think that's what we are talking about before, because he can get it out of it, and maybe he just waited to blast it when he did pit and really use up that tire or that in lap to just get that little bit.
It really will. This will all come down to strategy because now he'll actually have to do 2 stops. Now, did these other guys put on hards or are they putting on mediums as well?
How quick was that stop? I didn't even see the time on
2.5, but it was only 17 laps in. That means Verstappen will have to do at least 2 pit stops. Now, Norris and Hamilton will determine a lot of the strategy with Red Bull now too. They're going to pit for mediums. Are they going to go on to hards and then softs after that, or we'll see right now? Norris just came in.
Well, we know Max is. Oh, Norris came in and he got a back end a little squirrely. Box.
This will be big to see. Are they going to put on another set of mediums?
They're
hards.
They're going hard. They're going hard. It was a decent stop. 2.8. It was great. Here comes Sainz. He's on mediums again. 2.5.
He was the only one.
Perez is in. Yep. Came out on mediums again. 2.8.
So Red Bull must have some strategy that a lot of other people don't. But Carlos Sainz did put on those mediums, but those are the only fresh set of mediums on the entire grid. So Red Bull, Ferrari following suit. Did Norris make a mistake with McLaren to go straight on to hards? We'll have to see the development. And a Ferrari fighting with Alonso, Carlos Sainz with Fernando Alonso coming out right ahead of him. Whew.
Yeah, I thought that little bit touch and go there. Fernando's not an easy man to pass when stuff like that's happening.
Yeah, Yeah, this will be an interesting Grand Prix to see.
Hamilton has been instructed target +4. He could be on a one stop. That's what Verstappen's saying.
No, his radio
That's what,
engineer said that.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I meant. Pit stops plus 20 seconds average time loss. So the delta's 20 seconds. Yeah, at minimum 20. It's probably 23. Who's that? Perez
Yes.
under Alonso?
On Stroll. Stroll.
Okay, yeah, up into 10th, Perez.
So
On medium also.
we'll see what type of laps Hamilton's putting on. I think Mercedes is going to be on a very interesting strategy because they have Hamilton who can make these tires last.
Yeah, and I'm wondering why they aren't showing what his lap times are, because I'd love to know that. And they're not giving us enough information on that. You see anything on the board there?
Hamilton last lap 142.787. Verstappen doing a second and a half faster.
Okay, so he's going to have to pit. Here, Gasly just pitted. Lewis, do you think you have another 5 laps on this tire? Do you reckon you could handle it? I'm not sure, man.
But that could be a bluff that they do over the radio.
Oh, yeah, you know it, throwing him a dummy.
But it's not a bluff when someone's doing a second and a half lap faster than you. He only had a 22-second gap. That cut down to 20 pretty much.
And then you got 5 laps at a second and a half. You're talking 7.5 seconds. Then you got that 20 plus second delta.
And then they're going to put you on hards for over 30 laps probably as well on top of all that.
They didn't pit Russell, did they? No.
Just
are they gonna stack him?
I don't know.
Russell's radio coming over here. What are they saying? They think there's another 5 lap. Bullshit.
Are they both being put on a one-stop strategy onto hards? Because that's the only thing that would make sense.
Interesting. They got to do something to try to win.
What did we see here with Lewis? Something must have happened. Lock up.
He locked up the left front going into turn 1. Not good.
So Verstappen.
Oh boy, did he ever toast that thing.
Verstappen came out behind Norris. But now he's losing time to Verstappen, who's on mediums. All right.
Yep, here comes Alonso into the pit. He was started on mediums. Didn't he? Yes, he did.
My opinion, this is a big mistake by Mercedes saying to go 5 more laps. They're going to lose all their time to these
They're going
cars.
hards on Alonso.
Nope,
No, another
mediums.
set of mediums. There we go. I'm sorry. And they got set up for another Hulkenberg pit, I think.
Mediums. Something wrong with the pit stop. Took an extra couple seconds. Yeah, unless Mercedes is seeing something I'm not. I think this is a mistake by them. Unless they're doing the Red Bull situation where they're going to do 2 pit stops as well, and they want to put on a set of fresh mediums now. I don't know what the purpose would be.
First stop and now inside our pit window. No fuck, man. What was he saying?
No fucking way. I'm struggling with these tires already.
Yeah. Maybe Mercedes hired some of the Ferrari strategists from last year. Could have been.
Hamilton
Here
into
comes
the pits.
Hamilton in. Told you you couldn't wait too long. Even though he can do a lot with those tires.
This will be big. What tires are being put on?
Hards.
A 1 pit stop strategy this will be then.
They're going hard. 3.6 second stop. Nothing to write home about there either.
35 lap old hard tires. Do you really think they'll take that the whole Grand Prix?
Ooh.
I think you're right about Ferrari being poached by Mercedes in terms of strategy. It's just reminding me of Hungary all over again.
And is Russell going to run a different strategy? There's another thing. I mean, did they stack him? I didn't see him go in the pit.
Did not. Not Ocon.
No, that's Gasly. Yeah, they're getting confused there. There comes Signs under Alonso. Or was that Stroll? They're just doing some replays and everything. So Russell's leading Norris. Norris making a move. Obviously, Russell's got old tires. So right now it's Leclerc, Norris, Russell, Verstappen, Hamilton. Signs having set fastest lap on the new mediums that he has, followed by Perez in seventh, Ricardo eighth, Gasly ninth, Tsunoda 10th. Lap 21 of 56. Pit stops. Leclerc's still got a pit. Russell's got a pit. Ricciardo's got a pit. Here comes Hamilton. Came out so far behind. Yeah, copy where just. Here comes
And
Russell. Russell's got hards too. Same strategy. Lap later than Lewis. Lap or two.
this reeks to me of incompetence. I think this was thrown away by Mercedes, how good they could have been here.
Well, you got Ferrari and Red Bull on a completely different strategy, so.
And Ferrari, Red Bull are both on essentially the same strategies here.
Yep, they sure are.
Except McLaren's off strategy as well with Norris.
He's got hards.
What do you think? Throw on some softs at the end when the other guys are on longer mediums?
Yeah. Who knows?
And a slow pit stop for Hamilton, 3.5,
Yeah.
3.6
3.8. 3.8.
3.6.
No, that was Russell's they were re-shown.
Was
weren't
that?
they?
Okay. I thought that was Hamilton. Okay, you might be right. So,
Gasly running around in ninth.
Norris ain't going to move over for Max. I know second would be good for him, but there's going to be a battle if Max comes up. All right,
Whoa.
Russell on the inside. Nice.
Yeah, Russell getting Ocon. Or Gasly, excuse me.
Yes.
For eighth place.
And I guess Ricardo has in pit in the AlphaTauri running seventh.
Gasly must not have pitted. Or did he pit and get mediums?
Gasly?
They didn't show his pit.
I'm not sure right now.
Sign's still on fastest lap with those new mediums. Leclerc's got a pit, does he not? And then Norris would be back in.
Has Leclerc not pit yet?
No, he has not pitted yet.
That's odd. 23 laps in.
Yeah, well, different cars, different tires and all.
Ricardo in the pits. He'll be dropping back heavy. Now, outside of the top teams, who could be sneaking in here for a point for a team that doesn't get many? The Williams, you see Zhou Guan Yu. They've already pitted. Sonoda.
Tsunoda could get a point or two. Albon could get past Alonso and Zhou Guan Yu for maybe a point. Don't see much other movement. Ricciardo's down in 15th. Leclerc's on medium, still running around. Norris, what's he saying? So they're going with a different strategy.
Leclerc into the pits.
Okay, let's see what they do with Leclerc. He's on his mediums.
Hards.
Yep.
Which
Hards
is different than Carlos Sainz, who actually was the only person on the grid with fresh set of mediums. So they'll actually be on different strategies because they have different tire wears.
Uh-huh.
But I think that'll probably help out Carlos Sainz in the long run. Again, but all these teams going against really Red Bulls. Look, I mean, you have Norris on hards, Hamilton, Russell, now Leclerc because he didn't have the same set as Sainz. Maybe That is correct because Verstappen's going to have to pit again.
Yeah, because he went medium, medium, so he's got to change up a compound, and is he gonna wait to the last minute? They can't wait to the last minute to throw him on softs, or maybe that's what they want to do. They figure they can get softs, and then they can get the fastest lap on top of it too. They're that confident that they'll be able to put that car on
Probably.
top step of the podium and get the. They love maximizing everything, don't they?
Maximizing with Max.
Yeah,
But
it's
Norris,
not impossible. Not in the least. Here,
Nor,
hold it for a second. I'll be right back.
Norris still holding though 2.5 second lead to Verstappen. Hamilton now very off both of them by a handful of seconds. Sainz running fourth, Perez fifth, Leclerc sixth, Russell seventh, Gasly eighth, Tsunoda ninth, and Alonso rounding out the top 10. And black and white flag for Magnussen. Track limits. A lot of guys been getting track limits and laps deleted. The more that adds up, the higher chance you have for a black flag and then possibly a 5 second penalty after that. But we'll have to see because those are going to keep adding up. There's a lot of guys who've been having times deleted, like Russell, Hamilton, Verstappen, lots of guys. So that adds up the more and more. You get a black flag and then you infringe on it 2 more times. That could have a drastic impact on the results here. Not much, not
Did I miss
much.
anything? No. I had to visit my neighbor in Narragansett. Hello, neighbor. Hi, neighbor. Narragansett Lager beer. Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, good. Just had to get a beer break. I'm at home, so what the heck?
And didn't even stop for one for me. How could you?
Well, you got to drive later, so if you want, there's one in there. But let's see.
Norris here locking up on a replay. That's not good. Verstappen down to 1.1 seconds to Norris already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Horner's talking about being windy out there. And in fact, that's what he said. Max got that gust of wind.
Yes, yesterday.
Yeah.
Where he felt like he was losing the car, but they had to just let him know. It's because of the wind.
Oh, he's 1.2 now. Oh, look at what the hell is Gasly doing? Jesus Christ. I thought he was going to destroy. Oh, no, that was the Williams past the
Sargent on.
Alpha. No, it's Albon on.
Sargent on Ricardo. No, wrong. Sargent on Ricardo.
You sure?
Yep. There was a whole mess of Ricardo. Sargent just almost running right into the back of Ricardo.
Damn.
We're going to have to see a replay of that. That was almost a major collision.
Yeah, quite an attack.
All right.
Those Aston Martins look so good in that color and everything, but I think they lose all the contrast for the sponsors with the white. Doesn't do well. I'm trying, mate. I'm trying. We can use these tires. Norris is pushing. Hamilton. That was Hamilton's radio.
Verstappen should clear Norris. He's going to need to build up a gap for when he pits again.
Absolutely. And you know Max. We will do it.
All right.
It was a good opportunity for. It is still a possibility. We're talking only lap 26 of 56, and you still got people that have to make pit stops because they didn't change. Max being number one and going medium and all. So, but these in-car cameras are incredible. They're watching the television feed and everything. I don't know whether they're showing some guy playing with his beard in the McLaren pit, but oh man, Max is hunting him down. Got the DRS now going up to turn one. It was a little too far back this time, but here comes the downhill. I mean, it's fabulous that McLaren have got back into a competitive nature and stuff. That for such a team to have done so well for so many years and those dark years of no results. Oh my God. So Make McLaren great again has happened, and I predicted it. And I even made a hat that said "Make McLaren great again." So, uh, our friends at McLaren, hallelujah! Good to see somebody leading like this, and that's just because they've been around for so long, and having two really good drivers. But I think a lot of times Norris has extended his stay there maybe too much. There might have been opportunities for him at some other teams, Red Bull and or Ferrari. So, Max is chasing him down though. When you have that car, you've given me a hell of a gap to close. Hamilton saying, "Copy, Lewis. Just see what we can do." So he's trying, but they're not showing much more than Max hunting down Norris now because that's where the action is. I mean, at the lead, and this is great because how many races years past we would see stuff where the guys are just stepping away, and this is wonderful to see battling throughout the race from the start. I mean, we've seen some great racing.
Yeah, I mean we're at lap 28 and we haven't seen Verstappen lead a single lap yet.
Yeah, but that's just a matter of time. You know that.
Well, it's a rarity in this day and age.
I told you it was a slow approach. He's just working his way through. I mean, it'll be there. It'll be there. Where's Perez? Fifth. Doing a little bit better after their stop.
Well,
He's on a medium.
we're halfway into the race now. We're in 28 laps out of 56.
All right, and our fastest lap is still Carlos Sainz in a Ferrari on a mediums.
And AlphaTauri is in ninth, but you've got Alonso and the Aston Martin that should be able to clear him eventually.
Yeah, only got one car. Well, we got two cars out, Ocon and Piastri, and both of those two ran into each other. There goes Max.
And
Made the move, and he's got
But
it.
nope.
No, but Norris is fighting back because you remember when Norris was at the British Grand Prix. Remember that?
Yep. Ooh,
No,
keeps
he's making him keeping him honest, Norris. That's pretty good.
I thought there'd be a lot more fight from Norris there. Well,
He's still going. He's not.
Yeah, but
It's a superior car
of
and a
course.
driver at the top of his game.
Yeah.
That's a tough to fight against. I don't know if he went off or not. Hard to see from my side, Norris. Here again, these guys are worrying too much about the other driver going off, maybe to get a
Let
position back. It's bullshit.
Let me just say, we saw the pass over Leclerc and there was no action taken. I didn't see anything at the near the level of that.
No way. No way. Max was staying on track within limits. I don't see what the hell he's talking about, but yeah, here's the move. Perfect. Uh, two wheels up, not four. Mm, it's not like it was four wheels off or something. Give me a break.
No. Piastri in there retiring at lap 10. Perez up to 5th. Russell in 7th. Leclerc 6th. Carlos Sainz in 4th with the fastest lap time so far.
What beverage did you get?
Oh, a Coors Light, my friend.
Oh, well, you are in America, and I'm drinking an American beer at an American Grand Prix.
Yep. You got Narragansett,
Oh, there.
Coors.
Hi, neighbor. You know it. All right. Alonso's in 10th. Tsunoda's 9th. Gasly 8th. Russell 7th. Leclerc 6th. Perez 5th. Perez will get signs. I predict that. Up to 4th. That won't help my points haul for GP Tours, but
No.
if those three keep up top there, then okay.
Gasly up in 8th, proving
20.
that Alpine can still fight among the midfield cars.
Yeah, they're almost track specific. They seem to go from track to track and either do very well or just very
Mediocre.
poorly. And the only reason Ocon's out is because the coming together with Piastri. Both of them suffered in that. That's just sometimes it happens in racing. What are you gonna do?
Of course.
Who's on? Oh, Gasly just pitted. Gasly's in the pit now. Albon too. Pit lane Albon. I thought that was Gasly there, but it's Albon.
I wonder what is the interval between Hamilton and Russell? Is he gaining on him with those hard tires? He's only about a couple laps different than Norris on those hards.
I didn't hear what the signs radio said, but George Russell, they're talking about potentially on a one-stopper, so Lewis would be probably on the same strategy. Obviously, Alex, you talked about that earlier. Norris could be on that same strategy.
We'll have to see. But yeah, Norris staying close to Verstappen, not totally being let go by him. He's staying within a half a second of him.
But everybody's asking for over 30 laps on those hards.
Is that what the MO here is? 30 laps on hards?
If you're doing a one-stopper.
Okay.
That's what you were talking about before. And, you're saying 35 laps on, and George Russell was at lap 22, so you'd be at 34 laps if they're going for that one-stopper. Where's Ricciardo there? He's
Track
in 14th.
limits again, Norris paying more attention.
Track limits Verstappen, second to last corner. Norris is worried too much about the track limits with Verstappen.
You're gonna win this race by being a tattletale. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something flapping on the front of that McLaren. Some
Probably a hot dog wrapper.
there's something. I think it's what is it? The wrap is ripped a little bit.
The vinyl wrap on the car itself?
It looks like it. We'll have to check for the next onboard. He stayed within Verstappen. Maybe Verstappen is on 14 lap mediums already. Look at Hamilton taking out huge chunks from Norris.
Good.
He took a second and a half out on lap 28, almost another second. Hamilton charging forward.
Good. It'd be great to see top three battling.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then there again, I called the Ferraris fourth, fifth, sixth, and they're in fourth and sixth. Perez is in fifth, potentially challenging Sainz. They're both on medium. Think Tsunoda can hold out? He's running in ninth now in the hards.
Was this possibly a mistake from Red Bull? The hard tires are seeming to come in better now. But Hamilton looking so much faster than Norris, too. And they're more or less on the same laps on these hards.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, you were worried about people making a mistake going hards there.
Yeah.
For a one-stopper, it could be the thing to do.
Now, does Verstappen go on... He already has been on mediums twice. Does he go on a lot fresher hard tires or a set of softs at the end?
Well, here again, it's all going to be a matter of track position because you got to like have a 10-lap window at least to work with if you're then pitting.
Yeah.
To be able to get back because of the delta, all that other thing with stopping and so I'm sure the algorithms are turning away down in Woking and Bicester and Grove and all those Formula One teams back in bloody old England.
But here's the thing to think. Lewis Hamilton just put on these blistering fast laps on these hard tires. Is he going to cook them?
He just took off another half second that lap. You're right.
Yeah. Is he going to cook them? And now you have these worn out hard tires. Be interesting to see. Or are they gonna people who pit on hard? Are they not gonna do a one stopper? They're just gonna go on to another set of fresher hard tires.
Mm, here again, it depends on the laps that you're looking at.
23 laps to go.
Nobody's even touched softs. So,
Yeah, at the start of the race, what was it? Everyone was mediums. No one's been on soft the entire time.
what was the track temperature? They didn't give us enough information at
Yeah,
the
but
start.
even yesterday with the sprint, didn't Sainz's what is it? Soft start falling off around what the 10 to 12 lap.
Yeah, it wasn't long. It
Yeah.
wasn't long. So if you're looking at it, like I said, if you're going to give somebody softs, it's got to be at 10 laps to go because first of all, you need at least that amount of time to take advantage of the tire and having the right track position to do it.
And no incidents so far. We've just had retires, but no major accidents or any safety cars or nothing. No yellow
No,
flags.
only one coming together with Ocon and Piastri, and then the Ferraris touched the wheels early on, but there was nothing of any nature of damage to either car. It was just like a left front and a right rear rubbing and stuff. So,
Hannah Schmidt's there on the wall, crunching
Yeah.
every single number to figure out how Max will win another race.
that's good. They got a woman as a premium strategy advisor.
Based on merit, of course, though.
Yeah.
Not for the sake of having a woman there.
Yeah, you're not going to just put somebody in there like Gavin Newsom would do as a senator.
No, no, no.
You know,
So Max, 17 laps on me.
Mate, these brakes are so crap compared to yesterday. What a piece of shit. Verstappen said.
Understood. I think he'll have to put on hards. I don't think he'll have. He's up. This is the second set of mediums.
Now he's complaining about the brakes, though. 17 laps on medium to Norris's 16 laps on hard.
So he's gonna go in. He's gonna pit. He's gonna put on hards. But then do both of these guys respond laps a couple laps later to have fresher hards and come up behind him again?
Good question. Very good question.
A replay in Hamilton's car. What happened here?
What's Hammy up to?
Well, it said
Stopping-
replay at the
Stopping
top.
for a ham sandwich? No. All right. No, don't see anything there. Max is pulling away. It's more like Norris is coming to you. The pit said.
So yeah, Verstappen will have to pit onto hards, is what I'm imagining soon. Who is this? That's Lando Norris?
It's Norris. Norris is pitting.
Ooh, this is interesting.
Pitting on hards.
To put on hards probably again, right?
Yeah, because you still got 21 laps to go.
This is the thing. They're gonna be putting on
You
fresher hards.
just called it. You were just calling it. Man.
And Lewis will probably come in for hards again too. Verstappen, that's still a question mark. They're the best strategists in the world. Just know that at Red Bull.
It's easy to be a really good strategist when you have the best car, though, and Adrian Newey on your team. Designing the best damn car in the
But
world.
even when they didn't, their strategy was impeccable. They always gambled and took a risk, to try and win, instead of just get a podium.
Yeah. But that 1 year, was that last year that Ferrari was doing all that crazy shit? Jesus, that was. Sainz still with the fastest lap on those mediums.
Do you think Hamilton just stays out on these tires the entire time? He's the guy who could do that. You know?
Who's that?
Hamilton.
Yeah.
He could
No,
just
you're
go
right.
to the end on this. Pit.
Oh, Max is in. Holy crap.
He'll put on hards, I'm assuming. Yep. They got the hards set up, right? Is that mediums or hards?
Hards. 3.3.
So
that
little,
wasn't a very good stop. Here comes Here comes Signs.
or Leclerc. Signs? They're all doing that. They're all putting
Signs
on.
from mediums to hards.
They're all. Well, he had a different strategy, but I'm assuming Leclerc is going to come in and do the same thing. And
So
Verstappen got
comes up
in
behind Leclerc.
but in front of Norris.
Yes,
Yes.
which is where he wanted to be.
Yes, absolutely. But I have a sneaking suspicion Hamilton's going to go 20 more laps on these and make these guys come and chase him down.
Oh,
Well, Mercedes is going to have to make a decision, aren't they?
yes, they are. And it could be in. And like I said, it's at 36 of 56. We still have 20 laps to go. They could still run them 5, 10 laps. I don't think they're going to wait to 10.
Is Hamilton going to be told to start putting in some mega laps and come in? We'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with this pit stop. What was the problem?
This left,
the left
rear.
rear. They were slow.
Wow, this Grand Prix shaping up. I know we'd rather see racing on the track, but it's shaping up to be just interesting in terms of the strategy picks.
Yeah. Sometimes it's crazy with the strategies and stuff and everything with the tire wear. It's not, get your head around it. And like when talking about the old days, when I went to Formula One,
Hamilton
70s.
Hamilton's going to go for it. He has a big enough gap that they'll have to take out big times from him to get ahead of him by the end of this race.
Yeah. First race. If you pitted 1979, my first Formula One race I went to, if you pitted, you were screwed. Nobody pitted for fuel or tires. So you were out of luck if you had to pit. Only time you pitted is if you had a puncture, something like that happening.
So Perez is on 19-lap mediums, Leclerc's on 13-lap hards, and Hamilton's on 16-lap hards.
So Perez went medium, and he's still on him. Hamilton made his one stop from medium to hard. Leclerc pitted from medium to hard, correct?
Leclerc medium, and Hamilton's going to go for this. He's going to stay out and try and maintain these tires.
Yeah. So just looking back in the field if there's any opportunities for these guys moving up. So Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Stroll, Alonso, and Gans, those are all one-stoppers right now. But a lot of them have to make a second stop. Yeah, I knew this would be a tough race to predict proper positions based on
Perez in the pits as well. So that'll eliminate another car between Verstappen and Hamilton. It will just be Leclerc. It will now be Hamilton, Leclerc, Verstappen.
So the big interval is from first to second right now. It's almost 13 seconds. Verstappen's only 8/10 of a second behind Leclerc, though. So once he gets past him, it's like you said, it's everybody's chasing Lewis. Gasly just pitted 3.3 seconds. He comes out. Where's he coming out? He's in pit. He's coming out behind. Stroll just passed.
Verstappen's going to have to clear Leclerc here quickly.
Gasly just came out ahead of Tsunoda and Ricciardo. So we got 18 laps to go. This is going to be wild. Can Max do it?
Hamilton's not interested in a podium here. He wants to win this race.
It's been over, 2 years?
Qatar represented 2 years, yeah, I believe. Or just right around
Whoa.
that. Signs on Russell. Yep.
Yeah. And you'll see Leclerc move back till fourth, and there'll be like Ferrari fourth, fifth again. Crofty.
Hamilton in the pits. I thought he was
Oh
gonna.
man.
That's big.
Okay, 17 laps. He's on lap 39, pitting 56. What did he go with?
Hards, I'm assuming, right?
No, they were talking mediums. No?
Verstappen here on the
Let's see.
inside of
Let's see. Let's
Leclerc.
see.
He'll clear.
Oh, wow. Look at the Ferrari squirming. Nice. Boy, that Ferrari was really squirming coming out of one.
And you were right. Mediums for Hamilton. You
Yep.
were right. And will Leclerc pit, or will he try and keep going on 15 lap hards?
I don't know. These cars seem to came in on those hards really, really well. But let's see. Verstappen's got 3 laps on the hards, and he still has to go 17 more laps.
Yep.
Leclerc's 15 laps on hards. He's going to have to pit.
Yeah.
He'll be eaten up left and right.
Ooh.
Lando.
Yep. Good.
Yep. Lando got Leclerc.
Good. And I think Leclerc is probably going to dive into the pits here probably.
.2 seconds. Verstappen to Norris.
Well, we're having an exciting race here for once. I don't know.
You know,
You know.
if it's at the sharp end of the pencil, I tell you, instead of the back. But there's been racing throughout. There was like little packs.
And Norris just putting the fastest lap. The best thing that could happen for Hamilton here is some sort of a yellow flag to bunch them all up. Oh, Elon Musk here with his son.
All right.
Where is he? He's in the Mercedes garage too. Who's coming in? Russell.
Oh, there we go. Russell going to a new set of mediums.
So Mercedes are in tune with both of these pit stops, hards and then mediums here.
Yep. So nobody can be crying about a different strategy or whatever.
No.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about instability in the Mercedes team. You got 2 good drivers. Appreciate them both. As long as they're not crashing into each other.
Now, if the window for the medium is 15 to 19, Hamilton will be at the end of the window for them once he's near the end of the 56th lap.
Yeah.
He'll be on about 18 laps there.
Yeah, but that's
okay.
As long as you're running them to the limit. You don't care if they blow up after you cross the start-finish line, as long as the checkered flag is for you first.
You're right.
So
he's 4.6 to Leclerc, who is on hards as well. Leclerc, I guess, not pitting, hoping that he can hold on to these tires.
I think it's a big ask. It's a big ask.
I think it's better than pitting right now. He'll lose 20 seconds to all these guys. He'll be back in 8th or 9th position. He might as well.
Yeah, he's got 16 laps to go. 15 laps to go, excuse me.
All right. Hamilton on the charge. He just took a half a second out of Leclerc. Yep, I was right. Another half second is out of... So Hamilton's going to have to push here. These mediums are really good up into lap 15. So he's going to have to maximize the most amount out of them before the last 4 or 5 laps. Because then the hards will be a benefit to anybody else on them once he gets close. So he's going to have to get close by lap 50. Leclerc holding strong here, staying in 3rd. I think that's the move. I think he should just try and hold on for as long as possible. It doesn't make any sense for him to go in. Hamilton will be playing hunting down of people, and he has. He's just taken another huge chunk out of Leclerc.
How big of a chunk?
It's taking another half a second out, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
You hearing me or not?
Yeah, of course.
I can't hear you.
That's fine. We're right next to each other.
No, I'm just saying. I was hearing you on the radio before.
I hear you perfect.
I don't hear you. All right. As long as they can hear me, that's the important thing.
All right, so they'll be looking at strategy here now. We think we have 15 laps to go. Norris, 1.7.
Is there any way to acknowledge that my audio is working?
It's working. It's on the system. If I can hear you, it's on the system.
All right, good deal.
Okay.
Just grabbing another fine American brew from the Thin Man Brewing Company of Buffalo, New York. An IPA called Super Freak. Girl's a super freak. Ow,
Rick
ow.
James.
Oh, you know it, bitch. From Brick City.
All right,
City.
Albon coming up on Ricardo here. What are we looking at in terms of points? Sonoda in 10th.
Perez with fastest lap. Tsunoda 10th. Gasly 9th. Russell 8th. Alonso 7th. Whoa. Albon making moves.
You know, Mercedes have really given Hamilton a chance to win a race finally. They're giving him it. It's a chance. It might not happen, but it's a chance.
Try that. Super Freak.
Yeah, old IPA like Pine Sol.
Yeah. 6/10
to Leclerc.
Hamilton to Leclerc. And he's on the front straight with DRS.
Nah, keep him off, Leclerc. Keep him off. Nah, he kept him off for another.
He tried making a move, but he thought better of it. But he might get him on a downhill.
Nope.
Yeah, look at him.
Well, yeah,
popping.
here.
Yeah. He does. He needs to clear Leclerc. Yeah, otherwise he's not going to have a chance.
It's just going to cost him time to Norris and Verstappen here. Because Leclerc is what, 4 seconds clear of Norris?
Yes.
Okay.
Just under 4 seconds.
Yes. And this is just holding him up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I've heard you the whole time. Nothing's changed.
No, the only reason I ask is because I was hearing you through the feed. Here we go. Hamilton. He's got it. What corner is that? Look at, they're going nuts. Right in that corner where they have that big, oh, nice, where that big stand way up high. Look at that. And he just pulls away.
Yep.
He was holding them up big time. Big time.
So 3.6 to Norris now.
All right. Yeah, I don't know why I was hearing you before through the headset. And I'm not.
We're good. We're good. Everything's working.
All right, cool. Just want to make sure I'm working it, baby.
All right.
Earning my keep.
All right, so he'll have to start taking some out of Norris now. You know, we're at 3.8 seconds from Hamilton to Norris, and then Norris is 2.4 seconds to Verstappen.
Yeah, I got your feedback. Okay, cool. Hamilton, fastest lap.
Was that just now or in general?
What's that?
The fastest lap.
I think just now.
Okay. And what's he on? What lap is he on of those hards? Mediums. He's on lap 5 of the mediums.
Okay. You got some good info over there? Okay.
Yeah. 3.4.
It's like you said, he's going to be at the maximum, but that's all you need is a maximum sometimes. That's what Formula One is. You get every part break on the car as long as it makes it to the end of the 56 laps. Who cares? It's going to be ripped apart and taken down, stripped down. Here, Hamilton ready. Still a big gap ahead. Yeah, you're pulling in, mate. You're pulling him in. Forecast P2, maybe the win. That's what his people are saying.
They shouldn't be saying maybe. They should say forecast says we can win this thing. We get him something. Don't be delusional, but please.
You want to be encouraging encouraging, but not delusional.
And Max isn't gapping away from Norris. Now, this is my question to you. Is Verstappen holding in case of a scenario where Hamilton comes up at the end and then he really starts pouring it on?
Yes.
Okay.
You've been following this a little close.
Yes.
Leclerc's radio, what are we saying here? Anything? I can't hear.
Something's ruining my race. No clue.
Yeah. Driving a Ferrari, that's what's ruining right now. The whole season, that's been ruining your season.
Hey, Hamilton is not gaining on Norris over this last lap. It's about 3.5, 3.6. That's what it was before.
You know, I think Norris is resigned to P2, and that's the way he runs sometimes. And he's not going to attack, and he's got 11 laps, and he's 2.5 seconds behind Max Verstappen. And he'll pour it on himself, too. But he'll do it for second place. Well, who was he defending against at the British Grand Prix? Was that Hamilton? I think it was.
Yeah, I think so.
You remember that?
Yeah.
He poured it on. Is that Fernando under one of the under one of the Alpha Tauris?
And where is Sonoda? Oh, he's
under Tsunoda.
Sonoda in 10th, but
Alonso 9th.
That's Hulkenberg over Ricardo. Stroll is looking for at least a point.
I think right now I'd get 80 points.
But look at Hamilton, just almost took a half a second out of Norris.
75. Because if Hamilton moves up into Norris' spot,
me too.
I get 80 points.
Me too. I have Hamilton up there. I have Hamilton as second as well.
Oh, we'll see. It's still a long way. 10 laps to go is a long way.
Yeah. Now Sainz coming up on Leclerc on much. Yeah, Sainz's tires are 12 laps younger. Then you got Perez in 6th.
Russell 7th, Gasly 8th.
And Williams on Hulkenberg. Is that Albon?
That's for 12th spot. Logan Sargent under Ricardo was what that was.
Okay.
They got that wrong on the feed.
Good.
Sargent got
something positive from him.
Hulkenberg.
That's not good for Ricardo.
Ricardo.
It's not good for Ricardo either.
I know. You got Tsunoda running in 10th, and Ricardo's 15th. Here's Verstappen. Same pace as Hamilton. Please, no talking. I'm in the braking. Understood, Max?
Yeah.
I like it. It's like, don't bug me. I got to fucking get the right braking point here to maximize, and
You're absolutely right. And Hamilton took another 0.8 out of Norris.
Talk to me while I'm on the front straight when you can see me.
I think Hamilton's on the way to get second.
Yes, I do too. And I hope he does.
Me too.
Help my points haul. Got any feedback from any of our listeners?
I haven't been checking.
Uncle Bry or anybody?
I'll check.
In the wonderful world of Formula One fans?
No, I don't see any there.
That's not a worry. I hope we have a very large
Muslim, Middle Eastern
following. So our friends
in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Bahrain,
UAE,
Oman, and Jordan seems to have some as well.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Or girls.
Yeah.
Okay, Hamilton, another half a second.
Yeah. And inshallah, Hamilton will get second.
Inshallah. Man, he's just taking time out of Norris.
Oh, this is good. This is what you want to see. You don't want boring races where at the point they're just follow the leader and everything. This is good stuff.
But by the time he gets by Norris, he'll be within 4 seconds of Verstappen. That's not impossible to go challenge him for the win.
Yeah, but how long is it going to take for him to get past Norris?
I don't know with Norris sometimes. Either it's hard or it's just a breeze.
The thing is with Norris and Hamilton can still see Verstappen. That's an important factor when you're racing. If you can't see a guy ahead that you're trying to chase down, then you know there's a big gap. Lewis has a lot to prove to himself and to a lot of other people, though.
Absolutely.
But look at all these Petronas T-shirts and everything. Man, they're selling the crap out of Mercedes hats and shirts in the stands.
I believe in this lap he'll be able to get DRS
Oh, they're showing a Stroll in car.
on Norris.
At least he hasn't been getting in trouble this race so far. There's 8 laps to go.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll go beat up his trainer or something.
And is Verstappen coming up on it? Verstappen eventually be coming up on Magnussen, Joe, and Bottas eventually.
Hamilton's in DRS though now.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice move. Stroll on Ricardo.
Yep. No on
Very
Sonoda.
late move, man.
No on Sonoda.
Oh. Whoa. Whoa. That is racing. When they're just
Ooh,
inches apart
but Hamilton
and
so
they don't come together. So Stroll got past Sonoda for 10th place. Say what you want about Stroll sometimes. Sometimes he just puts in some good
No! Oh! Norris!
Oh. Oh. Hamilton, they're doing a switchback.
Take each other out.
Running him hard.
Norris
The 2 Brits.
running him very hard.
Oh, you know it.
And
I
this
told
is
you.
adding to Verstappen opening up another half a
Oh,
second
yeah,
on them.
because now he's 5 seconds ahead.
Alonso, rear
But-
suspension failure.
Really?
That's what,
So Stroll's up into 9th.
Whoa!
Whoa, what the hell kind of move is that? He's going to get him. He's taking advantage of it. Norris made a mistake. Norris made a mistake into 1. Big time. Big time. He lost grip and he had to collect it.
Yeah.
Really? That's what it was. It wasn't so obvious. But if you race, you know when somebody goes too far out and they're trying to get the car back
Yeah.
for a defensive move, he couldn't do it. Oh my God, Hamilton's in second with 5.3 seconds separating him and Verstappen with 7 laps to go.
Yep. What was that? Let's see that. Did
There's
Norris?
something. Did he lock up? He made a defensive move into the apex of the corner and lost grip and drifted out.
Haven't seen Toto Wolff in a long time. Oh, and the
Look
fan.
at this. Got fans in the face of a McLaren. Talk to the hand, not to the face.
Wow.
Oh, look at that Mercedes pit guys they're showing. That was great.
That's some rejuvenation.
But that was a mistake. I've done that before. An overly defensive move, especially going into turn 1. And then you drift out and they'll just zip by you. You really should take the proper line. It's always best. They're telling Hamilton he's 5 seconds ahead and,
And
he's
managing
his
a
brakes.
break issue.
Yeah. Because they all listen to the other team radios.
Yep.
You know it. It would be stupid not to. If it's available on.
Oh, Ferrari. Sainz got Leclerc. Did he or no?
Nope. He's still behind him. Reason I know that's easy to tell him because Leclerc's got that green helmet for the race. This race. I don't see Norris being able to fight back, get past Hamilton. No way. He's already 2.7 seconds behind him. Gasly's up into 8th.
Hamilton.
9th, Tsunoda 10th.
Hamilton will have to be cutting in because Hamilton's now at 12 laps for his mediums. They're going to start getting into a window where they're not faster than the hards anymore.
I see 6 laps left, and I see the only battle that you're going to see is maybe
This one right here.
Sainz on Leclerc, which he just got him.
Got him. Up into 4th.
And now Perez is 3 seconds adrift of Leclerc, and they're both on hards. Russell's on mediums and set the fastest lap. So right now he has that fastest lag extra point.
Yes, correct.
So you're not going to be seeing Max dive in for any. Oh, they just retired Alonso's car.
Yeah.
That's a shame. So we got, Alonso, PS3, and Ocon.
And this ain't good for Ricardo's return. Dead last.
I know Ricardo's 17th and just set the fastest lap supposedly. Get that? He's on softs. They put him out on softs. He gets the fastest lap. But
Oh, he
doesn't
stole
get
it
a point.
from Russell. He stole it. You're right.
Yeah, because they put him on softs. So, but there's no way he's going to get a point for it because he's not in the top 10. So how stupid is that?
And Hamilton's coming up on a Ricardo back marker just to let everyone know that's not Verstappen right there, right in front of him.
Yeah.
And Hamilton not even cutting a tenth out of Verstappen's lead.
Why do I have to let Sands by? Let's talk after the race.
Yeah,
It's Leclerc.
I thought he let him by because he was fat. The guy just passed him. I didn't think it was a communication. Did you?
Maybe it was, and we didn't know about it at the time.
Because he's not going to go chase after Norris, I don't think.
There's no way he can get Norris with 5 laps to go, and he's almost 5 seconds behind him.
Or is the fear
Ain't gonna happen.
That Perez is coming up on them? But still, he's within 1.7. All right, Hamilton getting 3/10 here, I think. It's about 3/10 on the last lap to Verstappen.
Leclerc's got to work it and keep Perez behind him. Yeah, 1 second slower than us. Push. Let's go, Sainz says.
Yeah, Hamilton got him by about 3/10 on the last lap. It's going to have to be more than that. We have, what, 4 or 5 laps to go now? We'll see. Now, Sonoda maintaining a 10th for AlphaTauri. That'd be a lot of points for them.
I'll be happy if it finishes right like this.
Yeah?
75 out of 80. So, let's keep it up, boys. 4 laps
You'll
to
have
go
75 points from this?
out of 80.
Oh, my God. That would be a mega result. That would be the highest points finishing system in the entire season, I think.
We're hoping. But shit can happen in 4 laps.
Oh, yeah, you know it. Perez, though, is getting within Leclerc. That could ruin it for you a little bit.
Yeah. He's 6/10 behind.
Yeah, I think he's going to get him. Albon penalty, but that won't affect.
Yeah, that doesn't worry you. He's in 11th.
Plus 5 seconds. Track limits, I believe he was given a black flag as a warning.
If Leclerc's got some cojones, he's going to have to keep Perez behind him. But it's a hard thing to do when you got the RB19 behind you, no matter what. But Leclerc's a good racer. A lot of people have a lot of respect for him. So I don't think Perez is going to try anything stupid.
No.
But he's got the DRS and everything.
And he's on much.
Here's the front straight, too. So going up to turn 1, he's probably going to eat him up.
Nope.
He made the move, early move, to defend the inside position. But
ooh, no, he got him.
Down the hill.
Good move. Good move.
The old over-under stuff. Yeah. Let's see. I don't think he's going to get anybody else, though. There's not enough time.
Hamilton taking about half a second out of Verstappen on the last lap. But again, we only have about 3 or 4 laps to go here.
So maybe I'm at 70 now. So Leclerc's 1 second behind Perez. We ain't going to see him get him back.
Russell's too far back.
Russell's too far. Gasly's too far back. Hamilton's too far. There's no way Hamilton going to get 4
It would
seconds
have to be a mechanical
in 4
failure.
laps.
It would
You
have to
know,
be an engine or something.
puncture, whatever. Ain't going to happen. Nor we're not going to see any movement now. We got Verstappen leading Hamilton by 4 seconds. Norris behind Hamilton by 6 seconds. Sainz 3.8 behind Norris. Perez in fifth, 3.8 behind Sainz. Leclerc 1.3 seconds adrift of Perez because he just got passed by him. And Russell 6.8 seconds behind Leclerc. Then you're going to have Gasly 20.5 seconds behind Russell in eighth. Then Stroll 2.5 in ninth. Tsunoda 5.7 seconds behind Stroll in 10th. Albon isn't going to close a 19-second gap lead with 2 or 3 laps to go.
Hamilton taking out some more time, another half a second.
I know, but you know what he said? You know, he'll say in the interview, if I had a couple more laps.
Yeah.
But you know what? Verstappen's controlling the lead here.
Yep.
And if he wants to step it up, he'll step it up. But they'll just tell him, listen, this is your target number. Do this and we'll win. Gap 3.6. Stop talking in the braking, man. That's the same thing he told him last time.
Yep.
Don't fuck with me. I'm braking. He's giving them some Kimmy things.
Yep.
You know? That's the second time he told him to stop talking to him while he's braking. Well, look at it. He's down to 3 seconds, though, Hamilton. He got 8/10 out of that.
Yep.
But you're 3 seconds with 2 laps to go. It ain't going to happen.
It would have to be some mega times.
Oh, I mean, look at Hamilton's like, oh, my God, I can see him. I can see him. We're going down the front straight. I can see him. I'm closing up here. Holy shit. 2.8 seconds. Come on. Come on, you damn Mercedes engine.
And Max is coming up on some traffic as well, too.
Yeah, they're going to get out of the way. It's like when you saw Senna's helmet, that big yellow helmet behind you. You move over.
Yeah, but it's going to get some dirty air. It's not going to help.
Never helps.
Who is this here? Cole Hauser.
Never
Maybe
heard
he's
of him.
from that new cowboy show. What is it? Yellowstone? Maybe he's from that.
I don't know. I've heard a lot about that show. Never saw it, but Hamilton. Holy crap! 2.3, but we only got 1 lap left, buddy.
And he
Get
should be
past
able,
that Haas. Magnussen better get the hell out of the way.
he can open his DRS on a lap car, though.
Good. See,
And
he's
Hamilton
smart.
will
He
be
got
out.
past them, but Hamilton, Kevin Magnussen just kind of braked and let everybody by.
Yeah, that's good. I thought he was actually going to collect Hamilton there for a little bit.
Yeah, it's still 2 seconds with the lap to go.
Well, is this the last lap coming up now? Yeah.
But Hamilton, say what you want about him, he's still
He's
got
been
it.
cutting some times out of him, man.
He's a fighter, and you know he's been getting the best of George Russell
Max
this season,
doesn't
even
make-
though George got the best of him last season.
Max doesn't make a lot of mistakes, but if he were just to lock up or something, it could become really close.
And
1.8.
It's happened before, but I doubt it's going to happen this time.
1.8.
No,
Final lap.
he's got a Alfa Romeo in front of him.
But man, Hamilton cut down a lot more time than I think a lot of people
Oh, he's
thought
done
he
a
would.
great job
Yeah.
because he was at 3.8 just a few laps ago,
Yeah.
and I was seeing there's no way in hell.
1.7. 1.6.
Yeah. You know, a second a lap, though, is a miracle to be able to collect.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in that situation before, and it's like, man, you're just like, I can reach out and touch him if only I could.
Look, he took out on lap 55 a second. A whole
As long
second.
as we don't get DRS, this is the last lap, baby. Get that Alpha. Get past that Alpha. Get the fuck out of the way, Alpha.
He got DRS on it as well.
Who was that? It was that Zhao? Joe
But he
Guang Yu?
brought up the time again to 1.8
Yeah.
because of that.
Max is no fool.
Yeah. Do you know how many times he's tried to hunt down Verstappen at this? This is like the third year in a row
This
he's
is
tried.
great. This is great. This is what you want to see.
Yeah.
This is a Formula One race. This is a race. This is what you need. This to keep people interested, especially when the guy won the championship already.
Yeah.
People tune in to see the master at his work. He's 1.98 going onto the front straight. Adios, amigo.
Finish. Max
There he
Verstappen
goes.
over Lewis
50th
Hamilton.
win.
And man, Lewis was looking like he could finally win
Yep.
something. Norris third place, not
Norris,
bad.
Not bad. Sainz fourth.
Perez fifth.
Leclerc sixth.
Sixth.
Russell seventh. Gasly eighth.
Wow.
I think we're looking at 70.
70, not 80 for what?
70 out of 80
Yeah.
points.
Wow, that would be incredible.
Maybe it's not 60 to 70, something like that. Still, it's what I needed.
Yellow
need.
flag in Sector 1, what would that be for?
That's weird. Then green flag, track clear. But I got the points all I needed. Nice.
Yuki
Tsunoda got a
Tsunoda.
point, and Stroll got two.
And
Gasly got fourth. I predicted he'd finish there.
and Ricardo finishing dead last and returned to a car that Liam Lawson could have done more with.
I think I had Paris
And wait,
in seventh.
Sonoda got fastest lap too. That's an extra point.
Yes, because he
Top
is in
10.
10th place.
That'll be 2 points.
Isn't that crazy? He gets twice the amount of point. Win number 50 for Max Verstappen. And how old is he? 25 or 26?
26, I believe.
Jesus,
Or maybe 25, you might be right.
he's 25 or 26. But that's unbelievable. And it's due to the heavy calendar also.
Yes, of course.
Because we were talking about Jackie Stewart at the beginning, in 99 races, having won 27.
Even Michael had, what, 16 races a season?
Yeah, we're talking 23 races now?
Yeah.
20, 21, 22, 23.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Got so many more opportunities.
But the first year was, what, 6 or 8 races in the modern era, 1959 or 1950, when Nino Farina? Whew,
Wow.
Giuseppe. Yep. It's pretty cool. Should have gone to this track, to be honest with you. I've never been to this track.
Wow.
And I think even the general admission viewing mounts are good viewing here and stuff.
Yeah.
Driver of the day, Norris.
Well, I'd say Lewis probably.
I would say so too,
Yeah.
because he really
He really
in a
put it, yeah.
spectacular effort. And a lot of people, Verstappen started sixth. Yeah,
Well, this was yeah. But
cool looking car they did for their
U.S. Yeah.
with the Mobile One sponsorship and with the. All right.
Another win for the season. He's only not won 2 races.
It's like he said, oh, it'll be more
Or
interesting.
3. Yeah.
That's what then they asked him about starting 6. It'll be more interesting.
Fuck. 50 wins.
Marco, helmet Marco there in Parc Fermé. Said, Marco, listen, I'm not going to let him get rid of you because I want you around over.
I like that he went to the higher ups and he said, "This
That's
is
PK's daughter.
I'm loyal to this guy."
Yep. He's
Trying-
the one that checked him out. Max likes those
Look at that
tails.
wild helmet from Norris. Like one of those. Looks like a car you'd see in Austin, Texas, with 100 different bumper stickers and stuff.
You got a Patronus and a Norris. Two kids in shirts standing next to each other. All right. Did you weigh in, guys? There's Hamilton. He's like,
At
If
least
only.
at least he got to fight for something. That's what he's probably
walking
thinking.
kind of weird. Look at the right leg.
I think he was using everything to get there. He's probably putting some hard laps.
He's pressing that accelerator so hard his right leg's he's limping. It's Yuki.
That's a big one for him. The team, 2
Yeah.
points.
2 points. Fastest lap of the race. That's a cool helmet he did too with the leaves on it and shit. Yuki. Nice job, Yuki.
Good job, yeah, and outclassing Ricardo. Absolutely.
Yep. What, he finished 15th?
17th, last place.
Oh, shit. And he's talking about going to Red Bull. Get the fuck out of here.
Lewis Hamilton fan in a
big
purple
Lewis
suit.
Hamilton fan. Yep.
Well, he put in a good showing, today.
He did. He showed why he's Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, he's been out showing. I mean, George got the best of him last season, like I said, and he's got the best of George this season. Even though a couple of things, even with the couple of retirements. But it's nice. Norris and him, friends. They can talk afterwards. There's no animosity or whatever.
They have a lot of respect between the two of them, and Leclerc has a lot of respect between those three of them, really. But yeah.
I think Max would enjoy him as a teammate.
Yeah, but they would completely lose a relationship and a friendship. And I don't care about that, but I'm just saying, it's over.
I like having two. Alpha males.
It's like it's Senna Prost, man. It makes stuff way more interesting. Even
Senna Prost, Mansell Prost.
Listen, even a competent teammate like a David Coulthard to a Mika Hakkinen, someone who could beat you or outrace you sometimes, not always.
Yeah.
Because Perez is becoming, Bottas and Barrichello at this point.
There's Button. Talking to Maxie boy. Yeah, he's complaining about the brakes and all, Max. But in the end, he's talking about tires going off at the end, back markers, brakes, all these things that affect and everything. So what do you say? Close it up?
Yep, let's just let them know for next weekend.
Give them the rundown.
All right.
Of who won.
All right, well, the winning.
First through 10th.
Verstappen. Hamilton putting in a great result. Norris
Second.
third.
Norris podium third.
Sainz fourth. Perez fifth. Leclerc sixth. Russell seventh. Gasly eighth. Stroll ninth. I didn't know that.
And Tsunoda in 10th and fastest lap, that's pretty cool.
Followed by the people outside of the top 10. 11th for an Albon. 12th Sargent. That's a good result right behind
one
Albon.
of his best results.
Hulkenberg 13th. Bottas 14th. Zhou Guanyu 15th. Magnussen 16th. Ricardo, a terrible result, 17th. Another reason he shouldn't be in a car Liam Lawson should be there.
Go back down under, mate.
Alonso 18th. Of course, with a rear suspension failure, Piastri and Ocon came together, ending both of their races later on in the race. So, yeah, but the next Grand Prix will be
Mexico.
And that'll be a later start as well for the Eastern Standard Time, so always check your time windows. That'll be 4 p.m. Sunday, October 29th. That'll be next Sunday.
Yes, it will. Been there to that track and actually saw Senna punch out a corner worker one time. in 1987. So that was pretty special.
And it's actually a triple header because then Interlagos is 1 week after that on top of it. So yeah,
And then we're back in the USA on November 18th
19th.
for the no 18th for the
Yes, well, it'll be 1 a.m. on November 19th Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, right here. Look at this.
whatever.
Okay, and Abu Dhabi, the final race of the season will be the 26th.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, another win for Max. Thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate you guys very much, and come back next week for the Mexican Grand Prix. Hopefully, Perez will finally be able to win a home Grand Prix.
Sí, señor. Assalamu alaikum.